Hi, I'm Mallory Brooke, makeup artist and content creator here on YouTube, and today I am sharing with you my Sephora VIB sale haul. And girl, it's a big one. So get a coffee, even a glass of wine. Let's get into it. Before we get started, I want to thank today's sponsor, Magic Links. They are sponsoring a portion of today's video, of today's Sephora haul. So thank you so much, Magic Links, for supporting this channel and sponsoring today's video. Now let's get into the haul. All right, you guys, I went a little wild with this sale. There were so many things that I wanted to purchase for myself personally and also to review. So we have lots of makeup and hair stuff, which I can't wait to get into. Let's start from the top. I will be showing you how I used these products today as I talk about them, so you'll actually get to see them in use, live action. Girl, let's go. So the first thing, my full review will be up soon, but I finally purchased the Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. Now, you guys have been on my case about trying this foundation forever. It's what I'm wearing. I actually went in store at my Little Rock Sephora to pick this up because I was already in Little Rock and I was like, you know what? It's on sale. Let's get it to review. I actually got matched in store at Sephora. They like hold a thing to your skin. They tell you what your skin type is and what your exact match in the foundation is. And they matched me with the shade 160 Light Neutral. It's what I have on. At first I thought it was a little too dark, but I think as it's settled on my face, I think that it's the right shade. It is true medium coverage, a true natural finish. I'm still playing with it. I can't decide if I'm blown away or not, or you know, I'm just kind of like, oh, this is good. That's how I'm feeling. I do love the packaging. It is $45 for 1 fluid ounce, but right now it's on sale. So if you are interested in the Haus Labs foundation, I will have it linked below, as well as everything I mentioned today in order of mention. And yes, all the links below are affiliate links because I do this for a living. This is my job. So when you shop through my links, that helps support this channel. So thank you so much for shopping through my affiliate links. Now, I love the concealer, so that's really what got me to purchase the foundation and all of your requests to review it. So my review will be up soon, so keep an eye out. The next product, this was actually in my wish list video, so if you want to go back and watch what was on my wish list versus what I picked up from the sale, I will link that video below. I actually finally, after years and years of wanting this, picked up the Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette in the shade Glitz. Now, it's what I have on. You're seeing me apply the bronzer as I speak, but I have to say, girl, I was shocked when I opened it. I was like, oh, I haven't seen it in person ever before. So I was like, why are these pans so little? I felt like it was like the size of the Dior Backstage powder. I feel like the pans of the products are a little small to really get in there to use them. I also, because I purchased another highlighter, so I want to show you, I have the bronzer on, but then I also have the golden shade highlight on through just my cheekbone here. And I feel like when I look up close, I see a lot of individual shimmer, and a few of you did say that in my wish list video that this does have like visible individual shimmers. I was just shocked to see like how big they were, but not bad. It's not blowing me away, and I got a little concerned because after I bought this, I saw a couple comments of you guys were telling me that it hard panned really quickly, but you do like it. I do think that this is really pretty and skin-like and all of that good stuff, but oh girl, I'll be so upset if it hard pans. But you can see the individual shimmer on my finger. Hello. Let me just swatch the whole palette on my hand for you. But I have seen people rave and rave about this palette forever, so it's been on my wish list for a very long time. It's like the Haus Labs foundation, to be honest. I can't tell if I'm blown away or I'm just like, you know? And the bronzer is a really pretty bronzer. So here's the bronzer, here's the peach shimmer, here's the pinky shimmer, and here's the gold highlight. So I just feel like they are very skin-like, so it's kind of hard to really pick up on just swatches, but on the face, I feel like it's beautiful. It's not the best bronzer I've ever used. It's not the best highlighter I've ever used, but it is pretty close to being one of the closest to skin-like products for highlight and bronze I've ever used. I don't know. I'm a little on the fence about this. All right, next, it's what I have on my eyeballs. I picked up the Natasha Denona Xenon palette. First of all, this packaging is so cool. It looks like a 3D like space situation. Do you see that? It's really, really pretty. I opened it up, girl, and I thought, all these shades look, they all look the same, but they definitely don't once you start applying them. And also there's warm toned grays and cool tone grays. And I feel like it took my eyes a second to focus before I applied to like really see the difference in the shades. So I looked at them as individual rows and really kind of started seeing the difference. But as I was applying, I definitely saw the difference. So I first smudged a black eyeliner before I applied the shadows. And you'll see that here in a second. I already have an eyeliner on. But I went ahead and I took the shade Ebb and I smudged out my liner with Ebb. And I felt like it really gave it a really nice kind of cool toned bluish black shift. And then I took the shade Flurry, which is right here, which is a warmer, lighter gray. And I ran that through my crease because I thought that if any shade's gonna like warm up any part of this look, it's gonna be Flurry. And it did, but at first I was like, man, I'm not really seeing it. But as I blended, I could really see it. And that's one thing that was weird about this palette. When I was first applying, I was really bummed, honestly. The formula was smooth. I was really liking it with the formula, but I was like not blown away by anything. But as I continued to apply these eyeshadows, I was like, this is a really cool eyeshadow palette. Like, I don't have anything like this, okay? And let me just show you side by side, which this was supposed to be like the comparable eyeshadow palette. This is the Huda Beauty, I haven't even taken this off, Huda Beauty Pretty Grunge palette. I received this in PR. I did not purchase this. I purchased the Natasha Denona one. They are very different. The Huda Beauty is very warm compared to the Natasha Denona Xenon palette. They are not similar in like tones at all. There are some cooler tone like silver shimmers in here, but just a few. This is like a true grayed out, like flat type of gray, silver shimmer, mattes, everything eyeshadow palette. The one thing I was like, why is there no matte black in here? And I was like, you know, do you really need it in a palette like this? Maybe, but I mean, honestly, I feel like the satin shade like Sposh and Night Sky really kind of soften things up. Anyway, so these are not really similar whatsoever. This has definitely more cool undertoned and like true grays and silvers. And the Huda Beauty Pretty Grunge is definitely warm when you put it up next to the Xenon palette. I was kind of shocked, but this is really pretty. I've played with it just a couple of times. All right, after Flurry, I went ahead and I was like, this needs to be deepened up a little bit. So I took the shade Snert and I applied that to the outer part of my eye and blended that through my crease. I really, really ended up liking just those three eyeshadows together and having more of a matte type of look. But then of course I had to use some of the shimmers. So I went into Super Ionic and you'll see me apply this to the center of my lid. And that is what I have on the center of my lid. And it is so like, wow, 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 wow. Like three-dimensional almost. And I also applied that to my lower lash line with my finger like last minute. And then I took the shade Cygnus here, which is a really nice black with silver and multi-dimensional glitters and shimmers. And that is what I have on the outer portion of my eye. And I just thought the entire look was beautiful from there. But then I was like, you know what? We need a couple of more things. So I took the shade, I don't know how to say that, Neve, like Neve Campbell. I'm just gonna say Nev. I applied that to my inner corner to really brighten things up. And the shift on this eyeshadow is so stunning, so stunning. But then I was like, I have to use Stellar because it's one of those like a wet feeling shimmer shade. It's like the matte with the glitter overlay that looks so beautiful once applied either with your finger or with a small brush. I actually applied it with a Patrick Ta lip brush, and I applied that to my inner corner and on my lower inner corner, and that completed my look for today. And I honestly, like, after using this, I was like, I love it. I don't have anything like it. I don't have any palettes that contain like really true cool toned grays or cool toned shimmers. So I'm really all about this palette. I think it's very unique. And is it going to be for everyone? Absolutely not. But if you're looking for something that really has some true grays and shimmers, I think you'll love this. I think this could be a really great addition to another palette that you would like to deepen up with grays and silvers and things like that. Or you can get the mini Xenon that came out before this, and it has some great shades in there. I do not own the mini, but I do really like the full size. And I purchased this at Sephora during the sale, but if you're watching this after the sale, I am a Natasha Denona affiliate. That doesn't mean that I love everything that she puts out, because I definitely don't. If you've watched me for years, I have critiqued many an eyeshadow palette from Natasha Denona, but you can get 15% off with my code. I'll have that in the info box from if you purchase through the Natasha Denona website. So if you're curious about this and you want, you know, a good deal, girl, and the sale's over, you can get 15% off with my code on the Natasha Denona website. Okay, I did not get this during the sale. I picked it up before the sale because it launched and these always sell out. So I purchased the Hourglass Ambient Unlocked palette, the Jellyfish, and it is so stunning. This is the first one I've ever purchased from Hourglass, and I haven't tried their ambient powders since I was in my 20s. So, and I've said this in a couple of recent videos, like I feel like in my 20s, I couldn't really appreciate what the ambient lighting powders could do for my skin. And now that I'm in my mid 30s, I'm like, where have these powders been my whole life? I'm loving this palette so much that when I was shopping at the sale, I saw this blush and I was like, I have to have it. It's the blush I'm wearing now. It is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in the shade At Night. Here's the thing. I think it's pretty, but I think that I have blushes like this already, like the shade. It's really pretty, but I thought it was gonna be more red once applied to my cheeks, and it's definitely giving me pink. It just, I don't know, it's not pulling warm on me like I thought it would. It looks more like a cool toned pink to me anyway. So let me know if you have this blush, because it is pretty, but it's just too pink on me, I think. And I already really like the blushes that are in this. So I don't know, I'm on the fence about the Hourglass blush in the shade At Night, but this was the first individual blush that I've tried from them. So if you recommend any other shades, maybe that are a little bit warmer, let me know in the comments below. All right, next is something that I purchased because I talked myself out of the Tom Ford highlighter that I talked about that I wanted in my wish list video, and it's because a couple of you said that it was really stiff to the touch, and when you applied it, really wasn't anything special. So when I saw that Anastasia Beverly Hills launched this highlighter, this is the Glow Seeker highlighter in the shade Sun Idol, and I thought it was going to be a lot like the Resi highlighter. It's just not. I have it on this left side of my cheek here, and I'm just not jumping for joy over this at all. It's really wild because this packaging, like, it has weight to it. And so when I opened it, I was like, whoa, this is like, this feels like a $90 highlighter. If anything feels like a $90 highlighter, it's this. It's wild packaging to me, but it's very golden, and I just feel like it's not really giving me much. So I don't know, let me know. Have you guys tried this? Were you thinking about picking this up? This was like on a whim for me. And I wanna show you what it looks like next to the Dior Backstage, the golden shade. Okay, so you can see the visible, this is the Dior, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. You can see the visible shimmer in the Dior. So flipped upside down, to me, this is the Dior, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. They're just both kind of not giving me much, but the fact that the Anastasia Beverly Hills is giving me so much less than the Dior Backstage is wild. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Dior. You guys let me know. Maybe it's my glaucoma playing tricks on me, but I really don't think so. I think that this really gives me a better highlight than the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I just really thought this was gonna blow me away, and it in fact did not. Okay, you guys. If you watch my wish list video, you know that I was like, should I? I shouldn't, but I did. I picked up the Tom Ford lipstick in the shade Sable Smoke. This was one of my favorite lipsticks years and years ago. I was really into like very high-end makeup back in the day. It was just like such a, I don't know, like an outlet for me. And there was also threads and things like Spectra and things like that where it was like a fun community-based makeup situation. So I learned a lot about high-end luxury makeup when I was in my 20s and I got fascinated with it. Anyway, so Sable Smoke used to be one of my go-to all-time favorite lipsticks. I'm wearing it now. I'm wearing it with the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip liner in Deep Taupe, and I'm really glad that I did. This is one of the new shades that were released with the line, and I will swatch for you them together so you can see, because we all have different lip shades, right? So here's Deep Taupe, here's Tom Ford Sable Smoke, and don't you worry, I pulled a couple of the Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks I mentioned in my wish list video, because if you missed that video, then you missed me talking about Charlotte Tilbury used to be the creative director, lead makeup artist for Tom Ford Beauty. Then she left and started her own makeup line. And that is how we became so blessed with a lot of the iconic Charlotte Tilbury products we are blessed with today, including her lipsticks. So when she launched lipsticks, I was so personally excited because, like I mentioned earlier, I was very involved in the luxury high-end makeup scene. So I knew who Charlotte Tilbury was as a makeup artist and as the creative director for Tom Ford Beauty. So I was very excited. I was like, her lipsticks are gonna be like Tom Ford's, and they are, okay? The Tom Ford lipstick is $59. The Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks are $38 or $39, but I love Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. If you watch me at all, you know this. So I immediately was like, is Sable Smoke the same as Nude Kate? Well, girl, let's see. I pulled Nude Kate. We're gonna swatch. Nude Kate, much more golden. So here's Nude Kate. Here's Sable Smoke. But the formulation is almost exact, if you ask me. And then we have Bitch Perfect. I thought, is Sable Smoke like Bitch Perfect? I'm gonna actually not swatch it next to Nude Kate. I'm gonna swatch it above so we still stay close. Now this to me looks more like Sable Smoke than anything. But I have one more I want to double check with. So Sable Smoke, Nude Kate, Bitch Perfect, which is almost peachier than Sable Smoke. And the last one that I thought was very similar, and a lot of you did too, and you asked, was Yes Honey. So I'm gonna swatch that right underneath Sable Smoke. Okay, so this is like the orangiest one of them all, and it's the deepest. So we have just justified purchasing Sable Smoke. So here is Yes Honey, here is Bitch Perfect, and here is Nude Kate, and this is Sable Smoke right in the center. They are all very different. I'm wearing Sable Smoke now, and I will say this, I'm so glad I purchased it because I still love it like I did almost, God, over 10 years ago. So there they all are together. And again, I am wearing Sable Smoke right now, and I'm so glad that I went for it because I think it's one of my favorite purchases out of this entire haul. And let me just say, so my excitement doesn't like take me away, the Tom Ford lipsticks, they last. Their matte lipsticks are beautiful. Oh gosh, what was the one? It was like Kitty or something like that. What was the one that was like the matte? Oh my gosh, I don't know. It was like a mauve shade. They are so lightweight and they last, even the cream ones. Like there is something different. The Charlotte Tilbury, I do wonder if it's like nearly the exact formulation, but Tom Ford and Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks, they're cream, they're mattes, all of them satins, they last, just so you know, and they're comfortable. They're like featherweight. All right, you guys, I picked up at the sale. I did something real bad. Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille is a fragrance that I have been wearing now for close to 15 years. I want to say No, 12, 13, around there. So Tobacco Vanille has been a repurchase forever. Tom Ford fragrances are some of the best. So when I saw that he released the Myrrh Mystery, I'm gonna just say Myrrh Mystery, I was like, heck yeah, I gotta have it. Because myrrh and like any scent that's kind of like incense, I'm all about like those like deep kind of earthy scents. And this is deep and earthy, but let me just tell you right now, this smells I sprayed it on myself and I was like, wait a minute. This smells exactly like Replica Autumn Vibes, which I already own, and I can't justify this purchase. It smells exactly like Autumn Vibes. So if you had your eye on Tom Ford's new Myrrh fragrance, let me tell you, if you already own Autumn Vibes, you already own this. And Replica's fragrances last, I would say, just as long as Tom Ford's, but Tom Ford's has a little bit more lasting power. Like you'll wake up still smelling like a Tom Ford fragrance. Replica, not so much. You might smell it on your clothes, but not on you personally. So I just can't justify this because Tom Ford fragrances are very expensive, but I wanted to get it on sale. So I did it, I tried it, it smells just like Autumn Vibes. But if you don't own Autumn Vibes and you're wanting something that might be a touch stronger, like as in like, whoa, one spray is about 3 sprays of Autumn Vibes, you'll really like this. But Tom Ford Myrrh Mystery, whatever, I think will be a really beautiful fall and winter fragrance if you like kind of earthy scents, but again, I own Autumn Vibes, so I can't justify it. All right, the last makeup item that I picked up was actually in store with the House Labs. It is the Glossier Birthday Balm.com. This was a repurchase. I haven't purchased this in years, but this used to be one of my favorite lip products ever because it is a lip balm with visible glitter and it smells like birthday cake. It's a touch sweet to the taste. But I'll say this, because I haven't repurchased this in years, this is a little less glittery than it used to be, which can be super disappointing if you're in it for the glitter. I mean, it is still beautiful, and I'm really glad that I purchased it. It gives you really nice moisture without the stickiness. It's nice over lip liners. The glitter is visible, but it's not as like... I feel like I could feel the glitter back in the day. You cannot feel the glitter anymore. And honestly, I liked that feeling. Hair towel. Everyone's going crazy over this hair towel. And I was like, this can't be anything special. So what did I do? I bought 2 of them. I bought me one, I bought Steven one, because I do hate putting my hair up in a towel and then feeling like it's pulling out of my head. But I don't like just having sopping wet hair touching my shoulders. It makes me want to scream and run away into the woods. It's just, I can't stand that feeling. But this is really great. You wrap it around. It's got the little loop here that really holds the towel. Like, I prepared my entire work day wearing this hair towel while my hair dried a little bit. And it's so gentle on the hair. It doesn't frizz. And this is the shape of it. It's like flat, right? And then it has an angle. So it can fit to like really super long hair, and it comes in this really cute bag, so you can carry it with you. A special microfiber waffle knit towel to gently absorb water while preventing damage to hair. Mindfully designed in the perfect size and shape for all hair lengths and types to absorb water from damp hair. I think that it's great. It's made in Korea from a nylon blend and oversized for optimal drying. The towel measures approximately 32 inches by 38 inches. I love this towel. There's something magical about it. I love my Crown Affair comb. It comes with me in my purse every time I leave the house. It stays next to me when I film. I comb through my hair all of the time. I'm just always using this comb, and it's a really nice comb. And I also really like the Crown Affair hair oil, so I'm not surprised that I like the towel. I just didn't think that it could be anything special, and it is. So, but when your hair is damp out of the shower, I will say this, I don't know why I'm trying to put this back in the bag. That's when frizz happens, breakage happens. So if you're just like using a towel and roughing up your hair, it can be really damaging actually. So be careful with that. You don't have to spend $45 on a hair towel. It was totally like a splurge luxury. Like, I feel sorry for myself because I started low-dose chemo this month and kind of splurged, right, on the sale, and like, let's get a nice hair towel because my hair's falling out. So you can get a microfiber towel, something lightweight, even a t-shirt. A cotton t-shirt is great. Just don't use a heavy towel. I'm guilty of it, but it does damage your hair. Your girl bought the Shark Flex Style during the sale, okay? And my full review is gonna go up soon, so I'm not gonna get too in-depth, but I much prefer the Dyson Airwrap. And there's so many reasons why. So please be on the lookout for that review and comparison, because if you're thinking about this, there's just, I feel like it's a big dud, and there's so many reasons why. So I will keep you updated when that review goes up, but keep an eye out for it. I even purchased the Shark Flex Style Frizz Fighter finishing tool because I purchased the whole kit that comes with the attachments for wavy to straight hair, because it comes with a round brush and a flat brush and all of that good stuff. And it doesn't come with this attachment. I didn't even open this attachment because I dislike this so much, and I have to say right now, like, there's so many reasons to pass on this, and one of them is because it is so loud. It was shocking. It was shockingly loud, and I haven't heard anyone talk about how loud this is to where it's like you can barely use it. And there's just like, the heat isn't as regulated as the Dyson Airwrap. I'm just not really happy with it. But again, the full review will be going up soon, so please watch that. I won't get too into it, but I'm highly disappointed. Plus, it wobbles when you use it. So for $300, no thanks. All right, speaking of hair, I do have a full work day that I have to film and all of that stuff. So I do want to touch up my hair, and we're gonna do that with, you saw my wish list. Girl, I have been wanting this curling iron for years. I got the GHD Curve 1.25 curling iron. Oh girl, and she just looks pretty. Look at her. I love my GHD tools that I have purchased over the years, so I doubt I'm gonna regret this, but I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit my Bumble and Bumble Invisible Oil Primer. It's my favorite heat protectant. Now this I've been purchasing for 15 years. Whenever it came out is when I got it, and I swear by it. I apply it to my wet hair before I dry my hair and after. A lot of heat protectants actually fry your hair because they are not regulated, so you have to be careful. This is a regulated heat protectant. It can be used on wet and dry hair, and not every heat protectant can be used on dry hair. So be careful with those types of things. But I got this before the sale because I ran out of my other one, and whenever I run low, I just put water, and so it uses up that last bit, and I could apply that in my damp hair, use the rest of that, girl. Got another one for a heat protectant. Okay, so I'm just gonna put in a few waves through this because my hair looks a little frizzy in some areas, and let's just see what we feel about this curling iron. Look at that frizz that the Shark did. Y'all, the Dyson didn't do that. I'm just gonna use my crown comb. Oh, it's so lightweight. Wow. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. And a lot of you, when I told you that this was like on my wish list, you were like, yeah girl, get it, because I love my GHD curling iron. I've had it for years, yada yada yada. There's nothing like it, and I'm this like, wow, that really glides through the hair really easily. And I'm gonna comb through these curls real quick because I don't want them to be too curly, because we kind of did a little bit of a smooth style today. Actually, we didn't mean to. I curled my hair with a Shark. It just literally, the curls fell out, so. But whatever, I'm not bitter. Oh, that's so cute. So much better. It's, whoo, girl, the difference in a good tool can make all the difference in the world. All right, I do not regret this purchase. And GHD tools, by the way, heat up to 375, and that's it, because GHD believes that is the optimal heat on all hair types and all of that to make your style last and not damage your hair. And I believe them since I've started purchasing GHD hot tools, because my hair never feels like it gets fried or anything like that when I use my GHD tools. And I own quite a few of them now, but this is my first curling iron. I do own that thin wand to use on my curly hair days to kind of help some curls that aren't having the best day. But other than that, this is my first curling iron. I do love my T3 interchangeable curling irons that I own, that I purchased years ago. but I get the feeling this just might change the game for me. This is so lightweight, which is wild. I'm gonna comb right through that. All right, one more curl right through here just to get the movement going the same direction. I have frizzed up and curled underneath like most of the layers of my hair from that shark. Oh, it just, ooh, oh, that makes me so angry. I really wanted to like it, y'all, but you'll see my full review. Like I do some back-to-back testing, you know? Okay, my hair's looking so much better. So much less frizzy. This is actually making me look like I have a lot of hair. Good call, y'all. Thank you for pushing me to the edge to get this curling iron, because this is the tool I will be keeping. So then I also purchased the Color Wow Extra Mystical Shine Spray. Get lit and keep dark forces at bay. I have used this one other time. I can't decide if I like the smell or not. It smells a little alcohol-y. The only other shine spray that I like and use is the Kevin Murphy, but it's like a liquid. And I really have been on the market for something that's like a spray. I don't know if this gives me, well, I don't know. That does look pretty shiny, doesn't it? It's the scent, and I think once it settles, it smells less. And I don't mean it smells like rubbing alcohol. It's something in the scent of it that smells like it's a little strong, but it does smell good. It says it absorbs UV rays and releases full spectrum white light, acting like a solar powered spotlight on your hair, delivers extra shine, extra healthy looking strands, and is extra lightweight. I will say this, it doesn't weigh my hair down, so that's great. Sometimes if you know, a lot of shine stuff has mullein, a flower revered for attracting light and keeping dark forces at bay. Goes the extra mile when it comes to luminous gloss, not greasy or oily. And that is true. Hair's looking much better. Thanks to GHD and Color Wow, absorbing all of the mistakes that the shark made. Okay, you guys, I believe that wraps up the haul. I told you I was gonna get nuts this haul, this sale, and I did. A lot of things I liked, a lot of things I'm on the edge about, but everything I mentioned will be in the info below, listed in order of mention. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know in the comments what you hauled, what you're keeping, what you're returning, what you're surprised. I just can't get over it. I'm so bitter about it. But let us know what you ended up loving as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. It lets me know what videos you enjoy most, so I will keep making more of those types of videos. And subscribe if you haven't already. We'd love to have you in this beautiful, wonderful, positive community, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, you guys. All right.